Hi everyone, my name is Michelle. I'm a wedding florist here on the Outer Banks, and I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about flowers and their importance to you when you're getting married. So, my first question is, what do you think will be the most important thing once a bride's bought her dress? The next thing that she should be thinking of? That's right, flowers. How'd you know I was going to say that? Flowers are one of the most photographed things, but aside from the bride and groom, flowers will be in just about every photograph that you have after the fact. In all your pose for pictures, when you're approaching the aisle, while you're standing up there getting married, every single one of these photographs, you're going to see your flowers. They are going to bring a color, and they bring some scent, and they create emotions, and they speak messages. So, it's important for you to choose flowers that will reflect you and what you want to say, because they're going to say it without saying a word. So, make sure you are saying what you want to say, and not something that you don't want to be saying. If you're having a big, elegant affair, you spent $6,000–7,000 on a dress, would you then choose to, have a bouquet of dandelions? No, you wouldn't. You most certainly wouldn't, because it would take away from the ambience that you've already started to create. It's your perfect day. Everything's got to be perfect. Don't forget the flowers. Flowers are going to, Martha Stewart will say, you can go on her website, and she confirms this, that flowers will say more about you than your wedding and your reception, the ceremony and the reception will. So, you want to take into consideration colors, design styles, accents are a good way to bring in some more personality. Flowers have been used for centuries. The Greeks, the Romans, a flower bouquet is traditional. There's a reason for that, because flowers speak the language of love. And they do it very well. And even though you may not know the flowers, excuse me, you may think you don't know anything about the meanings of flowers, but we all know some things traditionally. We know that red roses are for love, and that white lilies symbolize purity, and ivy is for fertility, and there's, we all have some knowledge. Poinsettias represent Christmas, and so flowers have messages and meanings, and whether we believe it or not or know it, they definitely speak messages. So, aside from it being the most important accent you're going to carry, you're going to be carrying it in your hand, so, you want it to, first of all, be something that you want to be carrying. Many times brides want to keep their budgets down, and I can't tell you how many times I've had to say, don't do it with your bouquets. Cut your reception flowers down, cut your ceremony setting flowers down. They're not going to be in every photograph. Your bouquets, you will find when you get the pictures back, the bouquets are going to be in there just as much as you are. Beautiful flowers, beautiful person, beautiful day, beautiful event. It all works together, and it creates an ambience and mood, and it invokes emotions. So your flower bouquet is your most important accessory. And what's this mean? What about that? It just means that when you choose your flowers, choose flowers that you like, that speak to you in a happy, lovey way. If you look at flowers and you're like, yeah, you're thinking of your funeral, then those aren't the flowers that you want at your wedding. Your flowers should represent you. They should speak for your style and your taste without ever saying a word. The single most design element as far as decorating goes, as far as that you accent the bride, and then you can decorate with them. So they provide multiple duties, and believe me, you get your money's worth out every time. If you don't put the money there, you will live with regret because of the high photograph ability of wedding flowers. I can show you books and books and books of flowers, and most brides in just about every picture are holding their bouquet. And so you see this beautiful bride, but she's carrying beautiful flowers, and it just goes together. It works well. They look happy. It looks like it's what it needs to be. So just pick your flowers that represent you. Take some time. Put some thought into your flowers. Don't just call up your florist and say, I need a bouquet and I don't want to spend $60. What can you give me? Don't do that, because you're going to get a bouquet that you don't want. It has nothing to do with you, because it's not made for you. Your florist should work with you. She should find out your color schemes, what your dress is like, where you're getting married, what your styles are. Do you like things simple and clean and classic, or do you love the big wildflower crazy look? Or you want pink, or you want to go with a traditional white? What's the message you want to get across? Because the flowers are going to speak it. If you're not carrying flowers, that's going to speak it too. So, you know, flowers are not, your bouquets definitely don't cut back there. They've been carried for thousands of years for a reason. They're your accessories. They decorate. They speak for you. And they're photographed more than anything other than you. So as a bride and groom, your flowers are going to be photographed just about as much as you are. So keep that in mind, because you don't want to have the after wedding regret of looking at your beautiful dress and everything's happy and it was a perfect day, but you're carrying a long stemmed rose, and you know, you've got a complete gala going on. People are dressed up and formality is the key. So, you know, make sure that you're saying what you want to be saying with flowers, and just make sure you put some time and some thought into them. And you should put as much time and thought into your flowers as you do your dress and your decorating. And make sure you work with a florist that understands that understands that they are selling you emotion, that that's what their job is, not to provide you with the bouquet that they would have, but it's the bouquet that you would have, because it's your style, your taste. And the outcome will be these beautiful bouquets, and people will comment all night, oh, it's beautiful, everything's beautiful, the flowers are gorgeous. And you know, the flowers are gorgeous, and you're gorgeous, but the reason that they're commenting on it at all is because it invoked the emotion through the flowers. So flowers do that all on their own. They provide scent, they provide color. There's a design thing. You can put accents in to reflect you a little more. If you're a sparkly girl, throw in some sparkles. If you like things clean and neat and natural, you know, you can use lily loops and leaves and some other things. Starfish work great here on the beach to bring in that beach theme. So, you know, make sure you put some time and thought into it. Don't just, you know, I need a $60 bouquet. I definitely want to work with a florist that you can feel you. If she's not taking the time to ask questions and, you know, investigate a little bit, then you might want to move on to somebody a little more into the details, because this is what flowers at your wedding, they are details, and you know, everything is always about the details. So make sure your details are good details and that they speak what you want them to speak. Otherwise you're going to have photographs where you're mad at yourself because you can see you're not saying what you wanted to say, and you can cheapen your whole day. So make sure you put a little time and thought into that, and you'll have the happy wedding flowers that you'll be posting them on Facebook. So that's my point here. I just want to make sure that people are spending time with the flowers. I can't tell you how many times the bride said, oh, I think I'm going to go fake flowers. Flowers don't really matter. Well, they may not matter, but in a wedding they do matter. They're very important, and if they're not there, people are going to know. People are going to talk about it, and you're not going to see it in the pictures, and they won't be there. You'll see. Go to a wedding that doesn't have flowers or had really bad flowers that weren't even mentionable, and you'll understand what I'm saying. You go to a wedding where, you know, the flowers are great and they reflect the bride and groom, and it's a great time. People talk about it forever. And it may not be because your party was better, it's because you invoke the right emotions in the right environment through your flowers. Okay? Thanks.